I want to fast forward. I want to get past Precious. I want to come to Empire.
Yes.
I want to come to Gaby. I want to come to
who?
Sidibe.
Okay, baby, because you tried to talk over real fast. I want to come to Gaby. And
stop, Monique. Oh!
Shout out to Ryan Cameron. I can't even be mad at him. Why? Because back then, people didn't even know Gabby's name like that. It was like Gaby who? Gabby Douglas, Gabrielle Union. Yeah, she wasn't Gaby, she was Precious. Because she was nothing before Precious. And if it hadn't been for Monique, we still wouldn't know who she is. But anyway, whenever you put people on, this is what they do to you. They disrespect you. And Gaby was one of the people who jumped on the Monique hate train. She called her selfish. She called her a liar. She was acting like she was hating on Taraji. I remember all of that. But now all of a sudden people, they're singing a different tune. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates.
I want to talk Taraji. I want to talk the butler. Yes. I want you to clear up something because I just saw something.
Okay.
That was shared with me, and I saw it. I know this is to be true. There is a script of the butler sent to you and to Sydney from Lee Daniels management. It came from his office. It is a script of the butler.
Yes.
Yet in all of the social media and the posts and the back and forth, they are saying that never happened, that you were never offered a part in Empire or the butler. But I just saw the script from the butler from Lee Daniels' team to your team. So something, as my grandmother would say, may she rest in peace, there's a fly in the milk here, Sydney.
I think Keith Sweat said it best. Something just ain't right.
You better know those lyrics, okay?
That's what I do.
So let's talk about the Empire and Taraji, and, people are saying, well, she wasn't offered that part either.
Yes. The one thing that I want to say in reference to my sister, our sister, Taraji P. Henson, Cookie Lines was meant for that sister. No one else could play that role the way she is playing that role. And we're saying, please keep supporting that entire cast of Empire because what they're doing is amazing. They're breaking records. And when people wanted to make this a Monique versus Taraji, that's not what this is by no means, because that's our sister.
Right.
And we're supportive and cheerleading her on. However, this has nothing to do with that. So we wanted to clear it up. Guys, this is not me saying, oh, I'm mad with Taraji or Taraji has a problem with me. By no means. Me and that sister ain't doing nothing but hugging each other with our arms wrapped around each other saying, baby, go get yours. Go do it.
And that's one thing about our Baltimore sister, Monique. She never said any of this hating anybody. She was only speaking up for the situation that she was in, being undervalued as an Oscar winner, being disrespected and ultimately blackballed, with Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry saying nothing to combat that. On top of that, these other actresses, they said nothing either. At the time, Taraji was on her high. When it came to her role on Empire, she really did that. And because she was on her high at the top, she didn't want to take up for Monique, even though she knew she was right. None of them did, and they didn't. Of course, 10 years later, after they're all being replaced by other Hollywood it girls, they're being aged out. And everything they were promised, they realized they didn't get it. Yeah, of course, now it's easy for them to speak up. I'm just wondering if they'll ever speak on this moment of time. When all of these people jumped on the Monique hate train, all of them, including Gaby Sidibe, will any of them ever publicly apologize to Monique?
With the butler, you just saw that script.
I saw the script.
Now, you don't normally get scripts just to read a script, just to read it. I was offered the part of Gloria. With Empire, and as Sydney said, more to come, I was offered the part of Cookie. Now, I don't have an issue with Mr. Daniels saying, you know what, they want to go with Taraji.
Right.
No problem. But the way that played out is a problem. And now to be saying Monique was never a thought, we never even wanted to hire Monique for this. Well, again, when you start seeing the communications that went back and forth, what I have said publicly, and I'll say it now, to Mr. Daniels and to Mr. Strong. And with Mr. Strong, who's actually making the statements, I was never offered.
Tweet, Danny Strong. Monique was never offered roles in Empire or The Butler. Hashtag setting the record straight at Lee Daniels sent.
And I appreciate him saying that, because Mr. Strong, from his perspective, could be telling the truth, because he's not on any of the communications. This is the first time I've heard of Mr. Strong.
Oh, wow.
So Mr. Strong could be really thinking that if he and Lee talked and Lee says, well, I've never sent her anything, he's supporting his friend and his business partner. And we get down for people like that say, I'm going to take a stand with my friend. But as I've said to Mr. Strong, will you speak as loudly when you find out that those things aren't true, and I was offered those things, and I'm not just pulling it out the air, because what they're doing is they're putting my character in question, and they're putting my reputation in question, as if now I'm just screaming and saying, oh, look at what happened. By no means. I'm not angry with anybody. I understand the game. However, what I can't let you do is go out and speak things that you know not to be true.
And you know, speaking of Lee Daniels, it took 13 years of this tension, this beef that Monique had with him before he apologized to her in public.
A long time to realize. I am so sorry for hurting you in any way that I did. Y'all, she was my best friend. My best friend. Y'all think that Precious was just, that was God working through both of us. And we gonna do it again.
The sad part is Lee Daniels said Monique was his friend before all of this. Think about it. Monique's performance in the movie Precious earned her an Oscar, but then her career went down instead of soaring like what would normally happen for an actress with that honor. Lee Daniels went up. He went on to be very successful, breaking records with Empire, starring Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard. Gaby also joined the ride, and she was able to keep her career alive. I mean, because let's be honest, Gaby wasn't even supposed to make it after Precious. Monique made Precious. Gaby was out here looking like she was about to go try out for the Browns or the Chiefs defense. She was just a lump of lard before Monique's presence elevated her, and then the next thing you know, she was out here talking greasy too. No pun intended. But Gaby was trying to fit in with the Hollywood crowd because she saw Monique got tossed out, was out here calling her a jealous liar. I will never forgive Gaby for that. But obviously Monique had bigger rumps to roast. She kept her attention on Oprah. And Lee Daniels saying that she used to be his best friend. See, that's why I say there's no such thing as friends in Hollywood. Everyone is around for a reason. There's some common goal or shared interest, and you're simply there to facilitate. That's why I would never suggest that anybody put their family over these people. Having a relationship with a Hollywood person versus maintaining your own real life relationships in your personal life, your own family, there's no comparison. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Special thank you to my day one supporter, Esquire of Sports. I appreciate you, brother, for always supporting the channel, as well as Roxana. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.